This is your boy, Lord Thaddeus Cray. This one is going to be not about cryptids, but it's going to be a little bit of a news update and definitely a theory of mine. And what it's going to be will definitely be connected possibly to many cryptids, not just one. First off, I've written down the premise for Werewolf Hunter, the basic character cast, as well as a minor plot for it. Now, of course, it's nowhere near the detail that I'm going to release for it. However, please be aware it takes time, especially for me to do unwritten format, and that's usually the format which I have for that story. I've noticed that's actually I do best with that. But it takes a little bit longer than when I write it down and I streamline it. So I'm letting you guys know, probably wait maybe a little close to a month, maybe a little longer, and then it should be ready. And of course, it takes time to do the editing for sounds and different things like that for the story to go along with it. Just bear with me on that. Now, with that out of the way, I want to let you guys know I did text actually, with DW and John Bell. They're well, physically anyway, as well as can be expected for the fact they had a damn storm, well, literally blow right in front of their home, over them, and possibly down around a few stuff that I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know they need your prayers, point blank. I'm putting that out first, because they're like my family. They are my family. So I'm just letting you guys know. If you can pray for them, and definitely keep a word or two with them or for them with the Lord, that'll be appreciated. Now, with that taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and get into the theory that I have and the subject of what this video is about. It's about shapeshifting. That's right, the ability to shapeshift from one form to the other. Do I believe it is real and not Hollywood BS? A big resounding yes, I do. I'm telling you now, yes, I do believe it's possible. Now, how is it connected? Well, it's connected to the spirit. That much I'm fairly aware of, as well as, again, I've done a video earlier on resonance, as well as vibration, as well as another one I did on intent. This is all connected. That's really all I know. I'm not an expert because, honestly, to me, that's stuff that I think needs to be left alone. Do I think it's all satanic and of the devil? No. Big resounding no. I do believe that there are knowledges of cultures that have been around long before known Christianity, and possibly will be around long after we're gone. Because I do believe firmly we're not the only race that is sentient walking around on this planet or under it. Just leave it at that. Now, if you're of the faith or not, you can debate whatever. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that shapeshifting does exist, I firmly believe, as well as the fact that many beings, cryptids, definitely utilize it. Do I believe Dogman or anything like that possibly utilizes such things? I have no clue. I mean, I'm not going to say one way or the other. I don't know. Obviously, the legend of the werewolf or the wolf weir, things like that, even the prequel issue which I brought up, does that all revolve around such things? Big resounding yes. You have to understand something. Scientifically, at least the science we know, it should be impossible. Believe me, I get that. I mean, the fact is, a person being able to change into a wolf, at least the wolves we know about, it should be truly impossible. Unless, think about it, because there's no way a human brain is going to fit in the head of a canine. My point is, it would be probably so ungodly painful, as well as agonizing, with the current understanding that we have. But again, this comes back to vibration and resonance. I believe such beings that have that knowledge, you gotta remember, we're three-dimensional. What if whatever has that knowledge, whether it be a shaman or something else, I've done one about skinwalkers, I don't really care to talk a lot about that. But obviously there's some kind of knowledge there, some kind of resonance. Are they able to change their vibration to their physical aura and literally focus it into the flesh plane and change their shape? I don't know. I've known of many people who have different theories or claim to have known people like possibly changelings, for example, of legend, the Fey folk. Speaking of very dangerous beings right there. I do believe that there is definitely a dark element to the ability to change your shape. I do believe that there's definitely some evil, satanic, demonic, sick shit that's connected to it. At least one aspect of it. But again, I'm not saying that all beings that can change their shape or their form are bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. I believe very firmly that it's simply a way to tap into something beyond the third dimension. I don't understand how all that works. I just know that most likely it does. Now, maybe I'm full of it. Maybe I'm completely mistaken and whatever. Again, that's why they're called theories and not facts. I never will ever claim to be a genius on such things. But I definitely believe that beings older than mankind, those of entities that have evolved alongside of us, there's definitely something there. There's definitely a fact behind the fantasy, as I like to say. It's always been something that's fascinated me. One of the things that really got me into looking at cryptids and different things like that, it wasn't just my own supernatural experiences, which I've been plagued with throughout so much of my life. And yes, I can say plagued for a reason. I didn't ask for any of this crap to happen. Sorry about the train, but it's where I live. That's how it is. Okay. But what really got me interested was my fascination with werewolves. I've always been fascinated with them. Long since before my interest in vampires showed up, actually. When I was a child, I wanted to be like a werewolf or something, you know? I mean, kids are kids. Of course, since I've grown up, I've known there's a lot more sinister aspect to that, and I really don't want no part of it. But, when you're a kid, you don't think like that. Of course, this is before I got saved, when I was 11 years old. So what exactly is the purpose for shapeshifting, or changing shape? Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. Certain shamans, certain cultures would use it to spy on people, or maybe it's to get around in different aspects in which, of course, human beings, compared to animals, we're smarter in many ways, definitely. We have certain awarenesses that many animals or other living beings don't have. But think about it. You think a person's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with a bear? That'll be out your mind. Or a puma, a lion, tiger. Think about it. Those kind of, the aspect of something with that kind of strength. I can see the seductive power of it, and the charm it has. And again, some people are not, maybe even most, aren't really evil, which had this knowledge. But I do know that as any kind of power, it can be perverted. And that's another reason I have no desire to know such things. Because I don't handle power very well. I acknowledge that. That's why I try to give mine to the Lord where I can. He has more knowledge than I do, that's for sure. But it's still, to me, a very fascinating aspect. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's not just of the body. It's definitely of the spirit. That much I can easily put two and two together on. I'm not going to make this video too long on that. I've made it long enough. But you guys know what I do. I'm the producer for Dogman Cams and Chasing the Truth. If you guys have had an experience with something that may be able to change its shape, or a cryptid, or just anything paranormal, hit me up. I'll make sure you get the chance to share your story and to tell the things you have seen and possibly even done. My email is wesvic@dogmancams.com. Hit me up in the comments. You guys know me on Facebook. I don't hide too much. I don't at all, actually. I think you understand where I'm going at with this. If you see me up in Reddit under Thaddeus Cray, hit me up in private chat or comments. You guys know me. I'm always doing what I'm doing. You guys be blessed, and you be safe.